Hello, welcome to the Football Fan Show. Back after a summer break, and to be honest, podcast-wise, back since whenever we last bothered to actually make one. Hello, I am Danny Harrington, and I apologise for not keeping up with the podcast. I've been very busy work-wise, and apologise for missing the start of the season. We will get into why it also says bracket. Sorry about that in the title of this podcast. Callum is my guest. Let's get into it. What are we talking about? We're talking about Liverpool's shoddy start to the season because Callum's a Liverpool fan and we really wanted to press him. We'll talk about the Champions League draw, Europa League draw, Conference League, some transfer rumours as well. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Starting with an apology from yours truly. You know what? It has it in brackets in the title. This is our first show of the season, brackets, sorry about that. I had tonsillitis, but I thought I had COVID. So, yeah, sorry. We've missed like the first 3 games, have we? 3 games of the season? So, yeah, bit awkward. But, yeah, that's my bad. That is my bad. So, apologies for that. Jacob, your boy, how you doing? Long time no see. Well, you know what? We'd have been back sooner, but unfortunately, you know, what are you going to do? Tonsillitis, potential COVID. I'm trying not to avoid saying the Rona, but you know, when you think you've got the Rona, it's kind of awkward.
It's not a banned word. It's not a taboo word to say, you know.
Yeah, but you get demonetized on YouTube for talking about it and other things like that, and then you get called fake news.
Are we monetized anyway?
No, we're not. So if you'd like to hit the follow button on Twitch, we're thinking of abandoning it for YouTube, where we have 71 subscribers. Thank you to our video on Crawley Town, who got bought out by Crypto Bros. Did you see that in the summer? They got bought out by Crypto Bros. Yeah, some Crypto Bros bought out Crawley Town.
You mentioned it to me.
They were going to play. They were going to buy out Bradford City first. That didn't happen, and now the Crypto Bros own Crawley Town, and I believe they've beat Rochdale, who are rock bottom of the league. Why is it always teams in Greater Manchester that are shit? Speaking of shit. Greater Manchester teams. Manchester United got off to a bad start, but they've now won 2 on the bounce. So we'll get into it. We'll get into it. Eric Ten Hag, as he's been insisting, not Ten Hag, Ten Hag, as he's been insisting. He insisted to Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher that it was Hag. Eric Ten Hag.
No, it just sounds weird. I'll stick to
Eric Ten
Hag. I'll just say,
Eric Ten
thing
Hag.
is, I'm never going to meet the man, so I have no one who's going to correct me. So I'm just going to say Hag, Eric Ten Hag.
I love the fact that all Dutch people sound like Sean Connery. Yes, because they always talk like this.
No, they all sound like Goldmember from Austin Power.
Yes, they do. Yes. By the way, we're going to get into the most memeable team of last season. My favourite team. They have been drawn against Manchester United in the Europa League. No, not Everton.
Yeah. I've seen that. I was going to mention to you. I was like, are we rooting for? Are we shooting for?
Yes,
the Sheriff?
yes.
We shoot the Sheriff. Yeah.
I shot the Sheriff Tiraspol. Yeah. We'll talk about them later, and I'll give it the full whack as well. Yeah. Right. Let's get into it. We'll ask about the start of the season now, because it hasn't been great. So, rant away, or have you had a little bit of therapy?
I would like to make
down?
A point.
Go.
I would like to make a point that I after the Man United result last week, I'll admit I was sitting there and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, like this club, I fucking hate this club at the moment. Like I was literally sitting there and I was unbearable to be around. I said, I'm just going to step away from social media for a while. I'm going to step away from football for a while. I'm not going to... It just... I was that angry. I was like... It gave me a headache. And I was like, nah, it's not good for me, health, this. But I watched it today. And honestly, it's funny, the reaction and how fickle and stupid some opposition fans are. Because they're just like, oh... That's it. Liverpool just done. Like, we don't want a match in the first 3 games. Liverpool just done.
I did like on Twitter that people were like,
it's the
"Hand
end of
Man City the title now.
yeah
It's
yeah
over."
it's yeah that's it. It's the end of Klopp. Klopp always fades in his seventh year or whatever. It's the end. He's washed out, and these players are washed out,
He's been
and things like
found
that.
out. His
E-
tactics have been
Yeah,
found out. Blah
even
blah
though they
blah blah
literally
blah.
even though they forget that we literally came within like 2 games of winning a quadruple last season. You know, like I'll hold my hands up, and I mean, I don't know if you've seen what I put on Twitter. Like when I'm angry at football, I put stuff on Twitter. Yeah, and people can say, "Oh, I'm a fake fan because but I hate it when we lose, and I love when we win, and that's just human nature, right?"
Yes.
But because we've been so good, right? When I see us not playing as well as I know we can, I forget that these players are human. They're not always going to be perfect. So I think we need like that result today, like the way we started, the way we just like Bournemouth weren't great. Like that's the reason why they're going down. Like that, their performance today just like reinforces everyone's thoughts of like everyone was saying Bournemouth are going to finish bottom because they're just terrible.
Sorry, I'm now going through your Twitter.
You're gonna go for my Twitter. My tweets are they are vile. They are honestly vile.
At Callum Brown 94, by the way, if you want to go read
Oh,
them.
please don't. I don't want people like coming. I don't want people. I
Go
already got enough
follow him.
weirdos following me. I got enough weirdos following me. On the shit that comes on my timeline. Right.
Anyway,
But
where
yeah,
were
no.
you?
Anyway, my team like I don't know if you heard, but like in the press conference yesterday, Jurgen Klopp actually came out and was like, "Yeah, I was like, you know how there's been a big thing of we need a midfielder, because of all sorts of injuries and that, and people saying, look, we need a midfielder, we need someone good to come in and and Jurgen actually came out and said yesterday, yeah, I was wrong and you were right. We're actually going to be looking for a midfielder now.
Good.
So yeah,
you think they missed
I don't
Mane? Well, yeah, obviously.
see that is the common. That line is what it's just it's the go-to line. I'm sorry, but it's a lazy excuse that other fans or neutrals go to. Oh, they missed Mane. That's it. That's the only thing that's wrong. They missed Mane. I think what's happening is like, I've, I miss Sadio Mane, right? Because I loved him as a player, as a human being. But him not being there is not what's caused our problems. Our problems is that we've had all sorts of injuries. The players that we've had that are there playing have all been crap. Obviously, Darwin Núñez gets himself sent off, which we're not going to discuss. Because I'm still not happy with that. Not with him, but the decision.
Appalling.
With the decision in the first place, I'm not. Look, okay, he should have known better, right?
You can't
he got wound
somebody
up.
And get away with it.
But the thing is, though, is that he got wound up, right? And I'm not going to say, oh yeah, it's just wrong. But the thing, it's not even a proper headbutt.
You should see Liverpool on a Saturday night. Everyone's like, bang!
Hang on, right. You remember the World Cup in 2006, Zidane in the final? Like,
yeah, Jacob, your boys just pointed it out in the chat. Zidane.
Well, yeah, Zidane's was a headbutt. Like, he literally goes and thunk and like punches his head forward in someone's chest, like trying to like crush his windpipe. That is a headbutt. All Darwin Núñez is facing that way. Someone shoves him in the back. He turns around, squares up to him, and Anderson's head is just above his chin. Is just above Darwin's head. So Darwin squares up to him. His head just happens to go into his chin, and then Anderson like gets I don't know what happens, but like he goes like starts crying his eyes out with his head, his hands in his head, and throws himself backwards. I'm sorry, that was not a headbutt. That was a coming together, and either both should have been sent off or both should have been cautioned. I don't believe that was that wasn't a proper headbutt. I'm not saying it's because I'm biased, but that wasn't a proper headbutt.
Jacob, your boy, does say Anderson does act like he's been shot.
I hate the way, like, he's a big 6'3", 4" centre back, and he gets a feather touch. Like, he's been like kicking out at Darwin all match, and people are like, oh yeah, but that's what Premier League defenders do. No, it's not. No, it's not. Like, trying to get in his head and all that. Like, I get like you know, you
It's
shit
mind
house
games.
people, you shit house and you mind games people that. But like, you know, he's all over Darwin, and then you know, and then he answers like, you know, gives him a shove and all that. Like, why isn't he getting booked for that shove? Nothing. And then Darwin, you know, wrongly reacts, but he's not like stuck. You don't see any like movement of his head going backwards and then forcefully pressing it forward into his face. It's a coming together. Just so happens that the face get close together, and I'm sorry, but Anderson makes the most out of it deliberately to get him sent off. It's I get mind games, but that's unsportsmanlike. I hate the
Shall
way a
we
player
focus
does
on the
that.
positives? Shall we focus
Anyway,
on the positives? 9-0.
anyway, sorry, 9-0, brilliant, like absolutely brilliant.
Woking 2. Welcome to Wrexham, Ryan Reynolds, Rob McElherney, FC3. So, yeah.
The new Netflix series.
Yeah, well, Disney Plus.
Oh, sorry, Disney Plus. Yeah, sorry.
Disney Plus. I have already
Disney
watched.
Plus.
Yes, I know, right? I've watched the first 2 episodes. It's a fascinating watch. I'm obsessed with this show. I love a good football documentary. I've watched Sunderland Till I Die on Netflix, which was a comedy and a tragedy at the same time, because that was when Sunderland got relegated from the Championship and couldn't get back into the Championship for love nor money. And this one looks like it's probably going to be about Wrexham failing to get back into the Football League despite spending a lot of money. So yeah, it's looking good. Looking good. And I have watched All or Nothing about Arsenal. And it turns out it wasn't everything. It wasn't all that they won. It was nothing. So yeah, great documentary though. You get to watch how Aubameyang essentially pisses off Mikel Arteta and why he kicks him out of the club and strips him of the captaincy. Although they don't go into, disappointingly, they don't go into greater detail, which is kind of what I wanted. They kind of went, yeah, you're not filming that bit. You're not filming that bit. Which is kind of annoying. Any other business in this season so far? Stoke City have sacked Michael O'Neill, the former Northern Ireland manager, after a poor start. They just won one of their first 5 games. Alex Neil is taking over. He's left Sunderland. So, who knows? Maybe Roy Keane can take the Sunderland job again.
Oh, God.
Yeah, come on. And as we alluded to earlier, Jamie Vardy has signed a new contract until the summer of 2024. So, he's staying at Leicester despite... How old is he now?
60. Old granddad.
Yeah, 60. There you go. The Champions League group stage has been concluded, and the draw has been concluded. We know who's playing who. Let's go through the groups, shall we, and try and work out who's going to go through in all the groups. Can I find the groups? No, I can only find the fixtures. I want the groups.
I can tell you most of the groups, Champions League ones, anyway.
Here we go. So, Group A.
Group A is my group.
Ajax, Liverpool, Napoli, Rangers. Rangers, of course, beating PSV, who I didn't realise were managed by Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't realise. That's weird to me. He should still be in a Manchester United shirt sponsored by Vodafone, to me.
I did forget he existed as a person.
I literally forgot. Ruud van Nistelrooy existed. Didn't he get a Real Madrid? Didn't he play for Real Madrid at one point?
He did.
Yeah,
after Man United,
yeah, I remember that.
Thierry
Henry going to Barca.
Yeah, didn't you see the sort of the famous the clip of the goal they scored? I can't remember who it was against, but it was like it was like the Glasgow's goal, and it was like a really good team goal, and he scored like a really good volley at the end of it. I remember it.
Yeah,
that was when he played for Real Madrid. Yeah.
Ajax, Liverpool, Napoli, Rangers. That's a relatively tough
Can't stand
group.
Napoli.
Well, who do you think's winning that group, and why is it not Liverpool?
Money. No, it's us. We should
Of
be.
course, it's Liverpool.
Should be in those. Like Ajax have been stripped bare. Napoli, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about them doing anything in recent years. And Rangers, I mean, be a good
I
match
mean,
at
Rangers
Ibrox
just
and
want
Anfield.
the participation trophy, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, they did reach to give them their due. They did reach the final of the Europa League last season and lost on penalties to Eintracht Frankfurt. So
Was it penalties? Was it?
Yeah, I thought it was penalties they lost.
I can't
Yeah,
remember.
because Aaron
Oh yeah, it was
Ramsey
Aaron
missed a
Ramsey
penalty.
missed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now he's at Nice. Nice.
Now he's at Nice. There's a couple of players going to Nice, which is a bit strange. So you've got Aaron Ramsey.
Well, it's because they're owned by a very
Kasper
wealthy man.
Schmeichel. Yeah, Kasper Schmeichel's going to Nice. It's a bit weird. But yeah, Group B is that
We
the
got
Bayern
FC
Barca?
Porto.
Oh no.
So hang on, let's try and place Group A. Liverpool top, second Napoli. Are we going Napoli?
Yeah.
Rangers third, Ajax bottom, or is it Ajax third, Rangers bottom?
That's Ajax third. Yeah.
See, I reckon Rangers might surprise. I think they might finish third.
I mean, you might know more about me, but I don't know. I mean, I'm only considering those top two.
I think who is it? Morelos, Alvaro Morelos. He's leaving Rangers, or he certainly didn't start against PSV.
Finally.
Yeah,
I
do like Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, so you know.
I know you do.
I can't remember who he replaced, but I just think he's a better manager. I'll shut up now. Group B, FC Porto, Atletico Madrid, Bayer Leverkusen, Club Brugge. Club Brugge finishing bottom of that one with the wooden spoon, I imagine. And
don't discount Club Brugge.
They're Belgian. They're not great, are they?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, didn't they get a lucky result? Didn't they get a lucky result against Real Madrid?
They drew last season against Real Madrid.
Yeah, that
was last season.
Yeah, but then Real Madrid also lost to I Shot the Sheriff Tiraspol. So
they did, yeah, they did.
Yes.
But then Real Madrid ends up. I'm not even gonna say that now. But anyway, loads of people are gonna have Porto and let's go top and then Porto second, or like one of them two. I'm not going to discount Bayer Leverkusen. I think they're very good.
Yeah, they're always a solid team. They're always solid.
I think they're second at the minute.
Yeah.
Liga.
I think Atleti have struggled recently because didn't they go off the wheels kind of fell off last season towards the end.
I mean, that's the exact same time that Simeone's mind went off the straight and narrow. Well, no, his was always straight and narrow. Basically, when he lost the plot completely, more than normal, then Atletico went off the boil. I mean, but then Porto. I mean, they obviously lost the best player to us. I mean, this is a hard one to call. I was going to say, Atleti top, and then between Porto and Leverkusen for second. But then it could be any of them three.
I will say Bayer have lost 3 of their first 4 games in the Bundesliga. Bayer Leverkusen, so they're kind of mid-table. They're 11th at the moment. Right. It's Union Berlin who are second, and they're in the Europa League, and they're my dark horses to win that competition.
Union Berlin,
the other team where they literally donated blood to save that club. Their supporters. Interesting story. So I reckon Porto might win that group. And
it's a tough one to call. Well.
It is a tough one to call, isn't it? Hence why I say Club Brugge definitely finishing last. Unless they get 2 wins against Leverkusen.
Who knows? We'll see.
They're the one club that Bayer Leverkusen are the one club that I'm surprised has never been done for doping, considering they're literally owned by Bayer, the drugs company.
Yeah, I mean, thing is, it'd be too obvious.
Exactly, that's what makes it so genius. They'll never find out because we're owned by a drugs company.
See, now you're trying to use like reverse psychology, and like
Exactly.
it's like not working this time.
No, yeah. And they also didn't have any involvement in some far right movements. They certainly didn't have any involvement in a far right government once in Germany. They did. Group C. This is the one you've mentioned. FC Bayern München, FC Barcelona, Internazionale Milano, or Victoria Pleasant. So the Czech team finishing last.
No, Victoria Pilsen for top.
Absolutely, they're this year's I Shot.
Hey, have you seen the meme? Have you seen the meme of you know, it's probably. I mean, it's going to be referencing porn, so you know, just let you know. Of the girl sitting there, and then surrounded by three.
Yes, I've seen it. Yes.
And it's Victoria Pilsen as the.
Yes, I've seen it.
The three fellas,
and then the other, yeah.
Fine.
Yes, and it's about
like,
to get very bad for them.
You're about to get destroyed, physically, mentally, and emotionally.
Oh, I can imagine that. Right, Inter. They have Lukaku. Is he going to turn up though?
I'd say this is going to finish in the exact same order it was drawn in. So
Bayern
top,
so Bayern, Barca, Inter.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
But it's a story though, because obviously it's. I mean, people are like, oh yeah, it's Lewandowski meeting Bayern. All I'm thinking is Sadio Mane to destroy all of them.
I just want to see if Lukaku's actually going to turn up.
Actually turns up, yeah.
Actually going to turn up. Group D pits the Europa League champions Eintracht Frankfurt, Tottenham Hotspur, Sporting Club de Portugal, or Sporting Lisbon to the uneducated, and Olympique de Marseille.
Basically everyone.
Don't call them Sporting Lisbon. They're called Sporting Club de Portugal.
Or just Sporting.
No. You've got to call them. I'm a footballing purist. You've got to call them Sporting Club de Portugal.
Is that your? Have you got your Tory cap on right now?
Yes, pretty much. Yes, vote Conservative for a stable economy.
That means you love Jacob Rees-Mogg, don't you?
Oh yes, absolutely. I love the way he lazes about and does nothing in Parliament. And then I question, what's the point of him? Right, Group D.
Yeah. This is.
I went to a dark place then.
Group D. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he reached deep down inside. Yeah. This is an interesting group. Days. I'd say Tottenham should be winning, and then it's between.
I reckon Eintracht will finish. So if Tottenham don't win it, then it'll be Eintracht Frankfurt.
You reckon they're better than Sporting?
They did so well last season in the Europa League, and they've got a good team. I reckon they're better than Sporting.
Some teams, aka Sevilla, only are more suited for Europa League.
That's true.
So obviously we'll see. It's again. I'd say I'm pretty confident saying Tottenham finish top, and then it's between the other three to fight off, I guess, for second.
No. I reckon if Tottenham don't finish top, then it'll be Eintracht Frankfurt that'll finish top. I don't see Sporting challenging Eintracht. And Marseille, well, they've been a mess for years, so I think they'll be the penguins in Madagascar. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. We're here. Smile and wave. Kind of getting the participation trophy, maybe like Rangers. Group E is AC Milan, Chelsea, FC Salzburg, Red Bull Salzburg, but they're not allowed to be called Red Bull Salzburg, and Dinamo Zagreb, I should say. Dinamo Zagreb of Croatia. Dinamo is one of those clubs that great club, lots of history. Best players always leave and go to the better leagues.
Yeah,
pretty much. So they've kind of got the best of the rest of the Croatian talent.
They follow the money.
Yeah. pretty much. But they're in the Champions League, so I don't want to say Dinamo are finishing bottom of that group, but they're probably finishing bottom of
that group.
Salzburg, I don't think they've got a chance against
No.
Chelsea or Milan. I think it's too
No,
tough for them.
it's Chelsea, Milan.
I reckon Chelsea will win that group over Milan.
Yeah.
AC. Yeah. Group F is Real Madrid, RB Leipzig, Shakhtar Donetsk, who will be playing in Poland. All their matches will be played in Poland this year. I believe the Ukrainian league's being played in Poland effectively as well this season, because they're very keen to start that up again. And Celtic as well, who will be getting the participation trophy this season. I reckon Shakhtar will finish bottom of this group purely because... So, either one of two things will happen. Shakhtar will either be the inspirational story of this group and finish in the top two.
Yeah.
Or they'll finish plumb last because they're playing in Poland and not Ukraine and not in front. But then again, they're used to not playing in front of a home crowd because they've been playing in Kiev for years. Sorry,
Exactly.
Kiev. Can't call it Kiev. That's a Russian name. Kiev.
Yeah.
Kiev.
Yeah.
They've been playing in Kiev for years away from Donetsk. So they might they might just be used to playing away. So...
I mean, you're saying, it's finished top two. I mean, if there's anything, if this is anything other than Madrid, Leipzig, then something's gone majorly wrong.
I reckon Madrid easily win that group, but I think Shakhtar might. If they want to be
Shakhtar are better than Leipzig.
Yeah, but the story is there.
Hang on, want them to finish second because the story.
I want them to finish second because the story is there.
But the thing is, right? If it goes that way, then fair play to them.
But fairy tale stories don't often come true.
Well, I just think Leipzig have got a better squad than them.
You know what?
I've actually heard of players in Leipzig's squad. I've not heard
to
that
be
many
fair,
players.
Shakhtar have lost a lot of their overseas players because FIFA screwed them over by allowing them to leave all on free transfers and denying Shakhtar transfer revenue. To which Shakhtar are now suing FIFA, so good luck to them.
Oh, good on them.
We back Shakhtar in that action. Can't stand FIFA. Celtic, I reckon if Shakhtar have a bad campaign, then Celtic...
Who knows? Celtic could give anyone a bloody nose just because.
Yeah.
Show what the band about and literally, who's Celtic's manager at the minute?
Oh, Ange Postecoglou or something like that.
Postecoglou. If he just goes and like Tombstones, Ancelotti, that'd be funny.
Absolutely. Right. So, yeah, Shakhtar just have that story, but they've lost all their good players, so probably will finish bottom of the group. But if they did do it, it would be the greatest story ever. The corporate machine of both Real Madrid and RB Leipzig.
Maybe not as good. Maybe not as good as
FC Shakhtar.
Maybe not as good as Sheriff Tiraspol.
I shot the Sheriff. I shot the Sheriff Tiraspol as a beating Real Madrid is a story we will tell our great grandchildren, and they will pass on that story.
Great grandchildren.
Oh yeah, grandchildren, great grandchildren. Well, not my grandchildren because I'm not even going to have children because I hate them.
I was going to say, am I going to live longer? I mean, I'd like to have children eventually, but if we're going down that road, I don't think I'll live long enough to children.
You need to teach your children the unbelievable story of I shot the Sheriff Tiraspol, and then insist on those children telling their children. And their children, and then the story lives on for generations.
Also, the undeniable truth that Swindon are shit.
Swindon are the greatest team to wear red north of Barcelona. You know that by now. Group G, Manchester City, Sevilla, Borussia Dortmund, FC Copenhagen. Why are FC Copenhagen finishing bottom of this group?
Copenhagen finished top.
God no. If Carlsberg did football teams... that's the only way they'd finish top of that group. Even though Carlsberg, sorry mate, tastes shit. Manchester City will probably finish top of that group. I could see Dortmund finishing second and Sevilla third, dropping into the Europa League.
Yeah.
Even though Dortmund, they've been recently.
I would love for when Man City play Dortmund, if Haaland gets heckled that much that he just shit.
JQB Boy goes City top, Dortmund second, Sevilla third because they want to be in the Europa League where they can win a trophy.
Yeah.
Logic. You see, you've defeated my argument with logic. Yeah, City, Sevilla, Dortmund. Sorry, no. What did I say? Did I say City, Dortmund, Sevilla? No, I thought I can't remember what I fucking said. I can't remember what I said City, Sevilla, Dortmund, didn't I? So yeah.
No.
Yeah. Did I? What did I say? I can't remember.
I thought you said City, Dortmund, Sevilla.
Yeah, maybe. I can't fucking remember. Man City winning that group anyway, and FC Copenhagen definitely finishing bottom. Group H, PSG, Juventus, Benfica, and Maccabi Haifa.
Maccabi Haifa all the way.
Absolutely. Well, is Maccabi Haifa the club that call themselves the most racist club in the world or something like that? I don't think it is Maccabi Haifa. I think that's is it Jerusalem? Jerusalem? There's an Israeli club that love, like, their fan base openly shouts that we're racist and we love it. That is their gimmick.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean,
I
no,
can't
I
remember. I think it's
before.
Jerusalem. I think it's a club in Jerusalem, and I don't think it's Maccabi Haifa. But there is there's a horrible club in Israel that literally they chant that kind of stuff. And they hate Muslim players. Like, they do not like Muslim players. They boo. Even though the club has signed Muslim players, they will actively boo them, even if they're on their own team, because they dislike that, those signings. And if you're of that religious persuasion, you should not play for that club. And I cannot remember. I don't want to accuse. I think it's a Jerusalem club, but I can't remember which one it is. I think is it Beitar Jerusalem or something like that? I think it's them.
Never heard of them.
Yeah. Anyway, they're an awful club and should be banned from all European competitions. But Maccabi Haifa, let's talk about them. They're Israeli national champions. Good team. They're going to finish bottom of the group, of course. And you know what? Juventus, I reckon they'll finish third. Benfica will finish second. And, of course, PSG will finish top.
Are you saying Juventus finished below Benfica?
Yes.
Why?
I do not hold Juventus in. That great Juventus team is gone. And plus, they've got Paul Pogba back in their team.
Right, okay.
Which means they're going to have a lazy man in the midfield that does soddle. And then Graham Souness is going, well, what about Pogba? So
God.
He's even said it to Manchester United, and somebody had to say, Graham, he's not here anymore.
Right. Okay, so... But you're saying... Right, Juventus, yeah, you're definitely right, they're not as good as they were. Right? But I still think... I could be wrong. I still think they're better than Benfica.
I want Juventus. Maybe I'm putting my want ahead of what I think might have my rational brain, but I definitely want...
You want Juventus to finish third?
I want them to fail so hard. I want them to fail so much.
Well, why not just go all the way and have them finish in bottom then?
Well, no, because I don't think that's actually logical. Because they're better than Maccabi.
Well, there you go. But you said you want them to finish third. So why don't you want them to finish fourth?
In an ideal world, they would, but they won't because they're better than Maccabi.
There you go. So, but logically speaking,
I think Benfica are better than Juventus.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just have a feeling. I have a
so
feeling
it's not
that Benfica.
It's feelings. It's personal.
Yeah,
you know.
Maybe I'm a naive fool. A naive fool.
Fool of a took.
You know, they're second behind Porto. They're level on points with Porto in the Portuguese Premier League.
The Portuguese league, though, like.
Yeah, but Porto have always been pretty good, and Benfica have been all right. And
there's only three proper teams in Portugal.
That's true. That's true.
Have you even heard some of the teams? Boa Vista?
Yes, I've heard of them because they're the other team in Porto.
I can't even think of any of the other teams. Or Braga, yeah, okay, I've heard Braga because of they're playing Rangers in the Europa League. Well, that's it.
Pacos Ferreira?
No.
I totally didn't Google that one. by the way.
You just did, didn't you?
Yeah.
You cheater.
Yeah. So, yeah. No, Boa Vista. I've heard of. I genuinely had heard of Boa Vista because of the other team in Porto. But yeah, no. No, the rest of them, no idea. But okay, you've won me over. Juventus will finish
Yeah.
above Benfica.
Oh no,
But
no,
if it
don't.
happens, I'm having a massive piss up if Benfica beat Juventus
Oh
in
yeah, I'll
second
join
place.
you in that. I'll join you now if Benfica finish ahead of, because it'll really rub it in Paul Pogba's face.
I can't stand Paul Pogba. That's what it is.
Well, neither can I.
Because he is not a good
And I don't,
player.
and I don't even like Juventus that much. I don't even really care about them. I don't care about Benfica either. But
Well, the thing is, he turned up in the Premier League, got found out, and was crap.
basically, yeah.
Yeah, and I
Any
just
chance, any chance of
genuinely don't
PSG
think he'll
not
go
finishing
back.
top?
No, absolutely not. They've got a
God
better
damn it.
manager this season. Sorry, Poch. We all saw it coming. They got a better manager. They've been they've signed some new
Dominance in there.
players. You know, they've made some changes tactically as well. So, you know, I think
Did you
they'll
see
definitely.
what Mbappe? Do you see what Mbappe does if you don't pass to him though?
Oh, I haven't. No.
Right, there's a clip right of a match where he's running like a player picks the ball up and Mbappe's the only PSG player ahead of him, and he's sprinting down at left wing. There's a couple of opposition players sort of by him, so the player carrying the ball just carries on running ahead and actually passes to the opposite side, and Mbappe just like it's a counter attack. Mbappe just stops running, throws out there and
Oh
stops running,
yeah.
and
I've
I'm
seen
like,
that.
and that's like the
But
most
he is
worst
PSG.
senses. The fact
Like
that he's
his
allowed to
contract
do that.
makes him that club.
The thing is, the PSG ultras should be like lynching him, like
But they
publicly
don't because
lynching
they
him.
love him, and they're all middle class
Why
because the
though?
actual
Why though? He's only there for the money. Well,
yeah.
hang on.
Well,
I thought before he signed that contract, wasn't he about to move to Real Madrid?
Real, yes,
So why is this
Real.
like they literally give him the keys to the city? He doesn't care about Paris.
No,
Doesn't care about them. Why do they care about him?
because everyone in Paris that has money supports PSG, whereas the actual
It's
traditional PSG fans that were
Paris
forced out of
FC.
the club have
Yeah.
gone to Paris FC. And to be honest, the PSG fan base prior to the Qatari takeover were not a pleasant fan base. So,
No.
because
But
they were a
that's when they were in
middling
a good
club,
club.
and
Yeah, they were a crap
you know
club.
they're a middling club and not very nice in terms of its
No.
fan base. But since then, that's been gentrified.
Yeah,
And
gentrification. Yeah,
and
that's
now
a
all the
that's a good that's a nice geographical term you've used there.
yeah. Well, thank you very much. Europa League, the competition that everybody cares about. Arsenal.
I genuinely don't know the groups.
Well, Group A is Arsenal, PSV, Bodo slash Glimt, the Norwegian team. I don't
Oh
know why they
yeah,
have a slash in their name. Or they've got two names. Can they not just pick one? Can they not just be Bodo or Glimt? I don't know.
well, Bodo
That
sounds weird, so they
that reminds me of a story. And Zurich are also in that group, not the insurance company, the FC Zurich. That reminds me of a story. But anyway, I'll get on to that. So, Arsenal, PSV, Bodo slash Glimt. I'm mispronouncing that apparently. And Zurich. That's how the group finishes. Arsenal, PSV. It's literally drawn the way it's going to finish. If Arsenal don't win this Europa League title, they're doing something wrong. They should be winning it, let's be honest. They should be winning, but they're not for some reason. I don't. Maybe if they play their kids or something like that. I don't know. But they should win it. They should easily win this competition. We lost Callum. Why have we lost Callum? I have no idea. Anyway, so Arsenal, PSV, Bodo, Zurich. That's how that group ends. Literally how it's been drawn is how it's going to finish. Didn't Bodo beat somebody last season? I can't remember who they beat, though. They beat somebody of significance. But I can't remember who it was they beat. It was a tough one. I can't remember who they beat. Maybe, was it Manchester United? No, it wasn't Manchester United. It was somebody else. But they beat somebody of significance, and I can't remember who they beat. But anyway. Group B. Dynamo Kiev. I've done it again. Dynamo Kiev. Done it again. My apologies. Dynamo Kiev. Got to be politically correct about these things. Dynamo Kiev. Sorry, I've called it Kiev for years. So it's like Dynamo Kiev, Rennes, Fenerbahce, and AEK Larnaca. Larnaca, that's what I'm going for. Larnaca. All Ukrainian teams playing in Poland in European competitions this season. So Rennes top, Fener second, Kiev third, Larnaca, which sounds like a makeup brand, bottom. Then
Sorry about that.
Oh, you're right, Callum. You're back. Don't know what happened, but anyway, I'm on Group C. I'm on Group C now.
Yeah.
I was going to say, about Bodo Glimt. How I said they should just pick a name. Remember Jan Vedegor of Hesseling?
No.
Used to play up front for Celtic and then eventually joined Hull City. Anyway, so it's a really long shirt name, Jan Vedegor of Hesseling. So apparently, "of" in Dutch means "or." So he could either have picked either name. So he could have been Jan Vedegor or Jan Hesseling, but he went Jan Vedegor or Hesseling. But anyway, there's a tidbit.
Bit full of himself, isn't he?
Well, the story is that his family's called that because they were both prominent families when they married into each other. So, both names had equal weight. It would be like, I don't know, the House of Windsor. Somebody to do with the Windsors marrying a child of Elon Musk and them calling themselves Windsor or Musk. Or Musk of Windsor.
That just sounds like...
That's better. That's a better name. There you go. Musk of Windsor.
That just literally sounds like an eau de toilette. It smells of shit.
Musk of Windsor. Smells like the local the rivers after the water company's been putting
dumping sewage and shit.
Dumping sewage. Group C. Roma, Ludogorets, Betis, and HGK. That's Helsinki. Roma. Probably one of they won the Conference League, didn't they, last season? Which was the only European trophy that Jose Mourinho hadn't won. He's now won it. And
he made sure to make a point that he'd won that.
Yeah. Even though it's kind of like winning the Mickey Mouse paint trophy. If he wants to have a go,
John Smith's paint trophy.
He can come and manage a League One or League Two team for the Papa John's trophy if he wants to win that and say, I'll make a point. I beat Arsenal's under-23s to win this. Oh yes, greatest man, specialist in success, aka specialist in failure. Group D. Braga, Malmo, Union Berlin, St. Gilloise. I'm mispronouncing that, but oh well. St. STGI. Oh, they're the Belgian club that's owned by the guy that owns Brighton. So Union St. Gilloise, who are historically one of Belgium's best teams up until like the 1950s when they were relegated. And their stadium is stuck.
Hang on. How far back you want to go in the history up until 1950? So basically, they've been shit, so they haven't really got a proper good history after then.
Well, historically, they were better and bigger than Anderlecht. in the early days of Belgian football. It's like how
Up until
Huddersfield Town.
1950.
It's like how Huddersfield Town have won more league titles than Tottenham.
Yeah, they have, because it was like in the 40s and 50s. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Except now this team is back in the top flight. I think they finished second last season in the Belgian league. They're owned by the guy that owns Brighton, Tony Bloom.
Mm.
They need a new stadium because their current ground is crap, and they've been playing it since like the club was founded, and it's in the middle of a forest. It's a crap stadium, but they need a new one. Group E: Manchester United, Real Sociedad, shot the Sheriff Tiraspol, and I know you've been waiting for that one. Yeah. Onomatopoeia. Yeah, there we go. Let's go with that one.
Onomatopoeia to beat Man United.
Of course, the winners of this group. No question is.
Sheriff Tiraspol.
Of course, it's I Shot the Sheriff Tiraspol that'll be winning this group, beating Manchester United and Real Sociedad, showing them that Moldovan football is the greatest league in Europe.
Yeah,
I cannot wait for I Shot the Sheriff Tiraspol versus Manchester United at Old Trafford, and they'll just go there and go like, well, this ground's a bit shit. They should come to our ground in Moldova. We'll give them a proper atmosphere. Then these glum Mancunians going, we're a bit shit, aren't we? Sorry.
Yeah.
And notice how the Mancunians sound like they're from London.
Because they are.
Yeah. You know what? The joke is? There are no Manchester United fans in Manchester. Having been to a Manchester derby, I can tell you, there are fucking loads of them. There are loads of Manchester United fans. Probably more Man City fans, though. Group F. Lazio, Feyenoord, Midtjylland, and Sturm. Sturm. Not Durham. Not Durham. I'm not saying it in a Geordie accent.
Sounds like you're saying Durham in a Scottish accent.
I know. Hang on, I've got to fact check something. Oh, holy shit. Jacob, you boy, with a great shout. So, the Onomatopoeia team, which is actually Omonia Nicosia, guess who they're managed by? Neil Lennon.
What?
The pub landlord himself. He's gone out to... He's taken over Mick's old bar.
Oh, he's taken Mick's place.
Well, yeah, he's taken over Mick's old bar.
He's married into the Cypriot royal family with 10 wives. 10 daughters. The 10 daughters of the Cypriot king.
Oh, God.
He's taking over Mick's place.
He's on holiday. He's on holiday, mate.
He's a younger version of Mick McCarthy.
Yeah,
Mick. He wants someone younger. Mick didn't have the stamina to please all his wives, so he got a younger version in.
They got a pub landlord from Northern Ireland. Great. Great.
Well,
can't wait to...
Hang on. Hey, on one hand, you got a pub landlord from Northern Ireland, and then next to him, you've got you've got Mick McCarthy from where's he from?
Barnsley, my friend. Barnsley.
You've got a farmer from Barnsley.
Barnsley.
Who would you rather have if you're a woman?
I don't know. Presumably the one that's not going to bottle you. Group G, sorry. Olympiacos, Karabag, not carrier bag. Don't get those two confused. Freiburg and Nantes. No, I'm not talking about Prince Andrew.
Freiburg, not Freiburger. Freiburg.
Yeah. Well, and FC Nantes, as it's pronounced in French. But please don't get it confused with Prince Andrew, allegedly.
Yeah, not
I've never met Prince Andrew. Can I get however hundreds of millions of pounds? Have you ever met Prince Andrew? Because you could be entitled to money as well.
Yeah.
He pays a lot of money to people that he's never
met.
It?
Well, apparently he doesn't know. Apparently doesn't know this person. He doesn't know us. They still pay them out though. The Queen will still pay out the money though.
Can we have the money?
Can we have some money?
Yeah. Cheers, mate. Group H, Red Star, or as they're pronounced in Serbian, and I do this every year, and I botch it every time. Crvena Zvezda. I think that's the best I've done
that's gold star for
ever in like 3 seasons
gold
of doing
star
this.
For effort, yeah.
Red Star, Monaco, Ferencvaros, and the Turkish champions Trabzonspor. who I view as having a very similar kit to Scunthorpe United, Trabzonspor. Claret and blue. I really don't care about this group. I don't really care about the Europa League, to be honest. If it's not Manchester United and Arsenal in the final, then really, what's the point? What's the point? Maybe Roma might get to the final. I don't know. I don't really have a particular favourite in the Europa League. I'm not really that fussed. Actually, I lie. I do have a favourite. It's FC Eyeshot, the Sheriff Tiraspol. Are going to win the Europa League, not the Conference League, because that is also a competition apparently, and the group stage for that has also been done. And I believe the only English team that are in it is West Ham. West Ham. They're the only ones that are in the Conference League. Presumably, though, that they should be winning it, because they're probably the biggest clubs. So remember this team in Group A, Istanbul Başakşehir. Remember them from that one Champions League season?
Yeah, where they beat Man United.
Yeah, that one where they had Demba Ba up front.
Demba Ba and Harry Maguire was like, Demba had no one marking him. Yeah, and the throw-in. Yeah.
Slabhead, being the world-class defender that he is. Fiorentina, Hearts of the Midlothian from Scotland. And I don't know who this team is, but it just says RFS. Not DFS, RFS. They're Latvian. They are Latvian. There you go.
Latvian.
That's the quality of the conference.
Is it Riga something?
Yeah, probably Riga. Riga Football Society or Soccer Club or something. I don't know. Group B. You have got West Ham United. I've heard of them. You've got FCSB, which used to stand for FC Steaua Bucharest, but they lost the name Steaua Bucharest. So there's another Steaua Bucharest, but the original Steaua Bucharest are now FCSB because they can't be called Steaua Bucharest. Confused? So am I, but the new Steaua Bucharest claims to be the one that won the European Cup, even though UEFA recognise FC. I'm just making it more complicated. Anderlecht are also in the group, and here we go. Where is this club from? They're called Silkeborg, and they play in Denmark.
I was going to say, sounds very Danish.
Sounds very Scandinavian. Group C, Villarreal, and a team that I really hope give free beer to all their players, the Israeli club Hapoel Beer Sheva. Shiva? Beer Shiva? Anyway, it's BER. So, hopefully they get like a Copperberg or something afterwards. That's cider, isn't it?
Nice. Yeah.
Maybe a Brewdog Punk IPA. There you go. I'm down with the hipsters.
Brewdog Punk IPA.
There you go. I'm down with the hipsters. A pint of Guinness for me, please. Austria Vienna are also in it, and Lech Poznan are also in this group as well. Group D, Partizan Belgrade, the eternal rivals of Red Star, FC Cologne, Nice, who are owned by a British billionaire, and a Czech club called Slovakko. Group E, AZ Alkmaar, Apollon, who I'm assuming is Greek. Am I right? No, they're Cypriot. Very close.
Well, so basically the Greek almost.
Yeah, almost Greek. Liechtenstein club, FC Vaduz.
Vaduz?
Yes, the capital. Or is it Vaduz?
Vaduz is the capital.
Vaduz. So it's FC Vaduz of Liechtenstein are in the group. And Dnipro from Ukraine, who will not once again be playing in Ukraine. Group F is Ghent of Belgium, Molde of Norway, Shamrock Rovers of the Republic of Ireland, of the League of Ireland. Come on, Shamrock. And then the last team, I have no idea where they're based. They're apparently Swedish. They're called Djurgårdens. I love this competition. We have got in Group G, Slavia Prague, FC Cluj of Romania, Sivasspor, who play in Turkey, and Balakani, who are Kosovan. We have Kosovan representation. I've never heard of FC Balkani. I thought FC Pristina were the biggest club in Kosovo. Group H, FC Basel, Slovan Bratislava, Zagrils. It sounds like I'm selling. It's FK Zagrilis Vilnius, which is Lithuania's champions.
Vilnius. Yeah.
And then the final team is called Pyunik of Armenia. Pyunik.
Pyunik.
Pyunik. Punic. Sounds like you're saying eunuch. God, you don't want to be one of those.
Eunuch.
Eunuch. You don't want to be one of those. Yeah, that's the complicated draw for the Conference League. Do you have a favourite? I don't care. Shamrock Rovers, come on, League of Ireland.
I literally was sitting here. I'm asleep while you're doing
trying
that.
To stay awake during the Europa Conference.
Come on,
everybody loves the Europa Conference League. It was won by Jose, the specialist in failure.
The John Smiths,
you know what? It's either, you see, the two finals I look forward to every year. It's the Conference League, or it's the Papa John's Mickey Mouse LDV Vans pointless Mickey Mouse Trophy, where Arsenal under-23s face Harrogate Town, or the likes of Sheffield Wednesday will play Fulham under-23s. You know what? I went past the county ground the other day, and it said next game Crystal Palace. And I went, that'll be a Papa John's Trophy game against Crystal Palace under-23s. It was. It wasn't actual Crystal Palace coming to the county ground. It was their under-23s.
Jesus Christ.
See, I'd rather play actual Crystal Palace, but we're not good enough to do that for League Two. No, right, let's end it with a bit of transfer rumour and innuendo. So take all this with a huge pinch of
tablespoon of salt.
Yeah, just like the unhealthiest. Go to your cupboard, grab some salt, get the unhealthiest amount possible, and then you'll be safe from these rumour and innuendo. So Chelsea have reached an agreement to sign Leicester City's 21-year-old French centre-back Wesley Fofana, with the fee believed £70 million, according to The Athletic.
Plus add-ons, probably.
And plus add-ons. They don't need a centre-back, they need a fucking striker. Leicester are considering a loan move for Borussia Dortmund and Swiss defender Emmanuel Akanji, who's 27, as a replacement for Fofana. That's according to the Daily Fail. Cristiano Ronaldo's representative, Jorge Mendes, has approached Napoli because he's desperate to leave United over a potential move for the forward, who's 37. That's according to Sky Sports. No one wants Ronaldo, though, because they know he doesn't run. He doesn't train well. He does.
The thing is, right, he does run. He is just, you can't rely on a 37-year-old who's never been a big presser he's never been a big presser, like in terms of pressing defenders. And at 37, why is he going to suddenly start doing that now?
Yeah, no.
Can't force him to. This is one old dog you can't teach new tricks to.
You know what? I'd love to get into contact with Jorge Mendes, because there's a great club in Moldova that could really use the signing of Cristiano Ronaldo, and he'd be he wouldn't be bigger than the club there, because the club is massive. FC Sheriff Tiraspol. I shot the Sheriff Tiraspol should sign Cristiano Ronaldo, because he would fit in brilliantly there, because he's a pretty small time player and they're a massive club, so it would work out very well there. Can't wait to play Manchester United in the Europa League, obviously. Manchester United are weighing up whether to walk away from their pursuit of Anthony after Ajax rejected a third bid. £76 million.
€90 million they rejected.
€90 million for the Brazilian forward.
How much do they want for him?
I mean, quite frankly,
he's not a striker, though. He's a winger.
That's true. they don't really need another one of those. They need to get the checkbook out, though, don't they, the Glazers? Because they've currently got fan revolts going on. But then there are always fan revolts. It's Manchester United, or as Gary Neville says every week, this is Manchester United.
You watched that video, You've watched that video. That's good.
Yeah. This is Manchester United. It just makes me laugh. Also on this move to Manchester United, the 22-year-old has begged the Dutch club to let him move to Manchester United. Who's desperate to go to United? Probably because he's been managed by Erik ten Hag.
Someone mentally deranged.
Let him move to Manchester United before the transfer window closes on Thursday. Oh, geez, yes, the transfer window shuts on Thursday, doesn't it? Oh, God, yeah, I forgot about that.
Thursday, 11 o'clock.
There won't be any transfer live streaming on the final day because I'll be at Legoland, so sorry.
You'll be at Legoland.
I literally am at Legoland. I'm not making that up. I'm literally at Legoland on transfer deadline day, so I'll be struggling to keep up with the news. So yeah, there'll be no, like we traditionally do the transfer deadline day live streams. There won't be one this season. I'm too busy taking my niece to Legoland. Sorry about that. What else have we got? Liverpool could offer Brazilian forward Roberto Firmino in exchange for PSG's Argentine midfielder Leonardo Paredes.
Leandro Paredes. We're not swapping anyone for him. We just go for a deal for him if we wanted to, if we were linked to him. But I want us to go for Frankie de Jong. That's who we've been linked with.
Yeah, and he might want out as well. Chelsea's pursuit of Barcelona and Gabon striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has stalled over personal terms. The player is wanting a 2-year deal whilst the Blues are preferring a 1-year contract. That's according to the Scum. Sorry, I nearly said the actual name of the paper.
I was gonna say,
yeah, you can't say that to a Scouser. The Manchester United have also made another approach for the 33-year-old Aubameyang as well. That's according to Giancarlo Di Marizzo. Chelsea are close to offering Russian midfielder. Boo, Russian. No. Sorry, it's a response to anybody that's woke. Hi, GB News.
The Daily Fail won't like you for saying woke. They like that all the...
No, they don't. Arsene Zakarian, the 19-year-old from Dynamo Moscow, according to the Daily Fail. Also, Nottingham Forest, who have signed about 1 million players, it feels like, in this transfer window, have made an approach to Everton to sign Michael Keane on loan, the 29-year-old. That's according to Football.
Right, they've signed 17 players. Now you're saying they want to go for Michael Keane. I'm pretty sure I also saw a thing where they've agreed a deal for what's his name, Renan Lodi from Atletico Madrid, our left back. Like, how many players are they going to sign? Like,
because they're spending all that Premier League revenue money.
Well, that's it. They can, can't they?
Yeah, and the owner there he's wealthy enough. I mean, he owns Nottingham Forest and Olympiacos, so
there you go.
He's got enough money. So, West Ham have agreed a deal to sign Lyon midfielder Lucas Paqueta after the French club rejected their first 2 bids for the 24-year-old Brazil international. Celta Vigo have submitted an offer for Blackburn Rovers Chilean and Stoke-on-Trent born striker Ben Berreton Diaz. Can't forget the Diaz.
That's not even his name, Diaz, isn't it? It's Ben Berreton. Yeah. Because he considers himself of Chilean heritage, he just added a Spanish-sounding surname.
Yeah, wasn't it his mother's maiden name or his grandmother's maiden name or something? I can't remember how he qualifies to play for Chile. But, Ben Berreton Diaz is apparently... Well, he's been a transfer target of quite a few clubs. They clearly want some South American flair in their team. Everton. Wait till he turns up and then it's like no, I'm not actually from South America. I'm actually from Stoke. And it's like,
The,
we
the,
wanted
the
South
complete,
American flair,
the
not
most
Burslem
opposite.
flair.
Hey, I'm from Stoke-on-Trent, the most like opposite to South America you'll ever see in your life.
And finally, Celtic and Denmark under-21 midfielder Matt O'Reilly is attracting attention from Borussia Dortmund, Liverpool, Arsenal and Manchester United. That is according to ESPN. Those are your transfer rumours. Who's had the best transfer window so far, in your opinion, before we wrap it up?
Oh,
Is it Nottingham Forest and their 1 million signings?
No, just buying a load of players doesn't mean you've had the best window.
Makes you Fulham from a couple of years ago.
Well, that's it. Like Fulham, they spent over 100 million. Doesn't work for them. Didn't work for them. I don't know. Like that's it's a bit hard to say because like you've got probably like one or two players from probably most clubs that have done okay. So like Gabriel Jesus for Arsenal has done very very well so far. Obviously Haaland. Who else? Just trying to think. I don't know. I don't know who's won it. There's still. I mean, ask me in a week's time. You know,
Yeah.
See what clubs do. You know.
Absolutely. By the way, breaking news: Leicester City have confirmed they are not interested in re-signing Harry Maguire to replace Wesley Fofana potentially.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you want Slabhead back in your team for
for
him to be a liability? To be fair, you know what? I was thinking about this the other day. To be fair to Harry Maguire, he was good up until that whole business in Greece happened, and then he was shit thereafter.
Mykonos, yeah.
Yeah, so Mykonos really fucked him up, which it has done to British people throughout history, really.
History,
that have gone on a mental bender there, but
yeah, it's just destroyed their lives.
Yeah, and Mykonos for Harry Maguire was no different. And that was the Football Fan Show for this week. We're back with a brand new season. Come join us on twitch.tv/the Football Fan Show. Please come follow us. We need more followers. Please come follow us. You can follow us on YouTube as well, where we've got another viral video on Crawley Town being bought out. And of course, our football news in 60 seconds or less is on our TikTok channel at The Football Fan Show on TikTok. Go check us out and go follow us on Twitter at TFFS Live. Until next week and the end of the transfer window, which unfortunately we're missing because I'm taking my niece to Legoland, so we missed that. But we'll be back next weekend, and we'll be back next week with another edition of the podcast. Until then, you have a fab week. We'll see you next time.